Time for my 149th John Carpenter game. Wants to be Millionaire, the Australian first edition for the DVD.
So you fancy another go at winning the million? Okay, best of luck. Let's play. Okay, for $100, here's question number 1.
Okay. Which of the following, who of the following is not an arch enemy of Batman? Jack of Clubs, Joker, Penguin, Riddler. That'd be the Jack of Clubs.
Nice one. It's the correct answer. Have a look at question number 2. It's worth $200.
Okay. What kind of food is a French stick? Celery, leek, bread, asparagus. That'd be bread.
Easy. That's the right answer. Here's question number 3. It's worth $300.
Okay. Well, what mode of transport is the Greyhound Company best known? Tanks, buses, tractors, motorbikes. That'd be buses. And I might go straight to a lyric from Billy Joel's New York State of Mind. I'm taking the Greyhound across the Hudson.
Remember, a wrong answer here and you will leave with nothing. I'm sure that won't happen. Question number 4.
What are foxgloves, hollyhocks, and staghorns? Clothes, motorbikes, toys, plants. That'd be plants.
That's the right answer. It's going well so far. Get the next question correct and you'll leave with at least $1,000. Good luck. Here comes question number 5.
What did Elaine Hugh propose marriage to his girlfriend in December 2003? Golden Gate Bridge, Niagara Falls, Sydney Harbour, Pyramids at Giza. That'd be Sydney Harbour.
Congratulations, that's the right answer. You've reached the first milestone, that's $1,000. Have a look at question 6. It could double your money to $2,000. Which country won the 2003 Davis Cup? Australia, USA, Sweden?
That'd be Australia. After there it is games, anytime Australia is an option choice in this game or the Australian Fan Picks Edition game, it's usually that's the right answer, so. Yeah, a lot of tennis questions in this game, unlike the British Second Edition game, which was based on, so.
Good luck. Which outlaw is depicted in a series of paintings by Sidney Nolan, Al Capone, Ned Kelly, Squizzy Taylor, Hannibal
That'd be
Lecter?
Ned Kelly.
Well played.
I just pop it too often, though, but again,
Right.
Ned Kelly, yeah. Only one of a bunch that's actually an Aussie native, so.
Okay, if you choose the right answer to the next question, you can double your money to $8,000. Let's have a look at question 8 of 15.
Okay.
A prominent Australian fashion designer is Alana who? Hill, Hall, Hull, Hell. Of course it is. That's the right answer.
I never really thought I see Hell's an option choice. Seriously.
The jumps are starting to get a lot bigger now. Here is question 9 for a possible $16,000.
Okay.
What single colour are Aberdeen Angus cattle? White, grey, brown,
They're black.
Wonderful. It's the right answer.
That's where Angus beef comes from. Black cows.
Okay, this is where the drops start to get steeper. Get the next question wrong and you lose $15,000. Get it right and you win $32,000 guaranteed.
Okay.
For playing what musical instrument was Jasmine Charlie Parker famous? Saxophone, trombone, clarinet,
Be
drum.
the sax. That'd be the sax, which is what the Yardbirds most famous
No
with.
problems there. That's the right answer. Question number 11 is worth $64,000. You would still walk away with $32,000 even if you get it wrong. Let's hope you don't.
Okay.
In 1975, part of Hobart's Tasman Bridge collapsed after being hit by which ship? Celtic Star, Cape Don, Bass Trader, Lake
To be
Illawarra.
Lake Illawarra, and it caused them. And you can remember it was about a short minute drive turned into be an hour and a half on drive when Tasman Bridge collapsed, and it was rebuilt. It was reinforced and finally was reopened in '77. Actually, there's actually an image to look up of two cars that have their front wheels over the bridge where the Hobart Bridge, the Tasman Bridge actually collapsed. So line. So.
The Andaman Islands are just south of which body of water? Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Coral Sea, Gulf of
It's just
Thailand.
south of the Bay of Bengal. It includes the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands, which are between Thailand and
Absolutely
Indonesia.
spot on, well done. Right, now just relax and take your time. The next question is number 13 of a possible 15. If you answer and you're wrong, you will drop back to $32,000. Here's the question for $250,000.
Okay.
What devastated the Queensland towns of Innisfail and Bibinda in March 1918? Fire, earthquake, influenza,
That'd be a
cyclone.
cyclone.
No problems there.
Yeah, I think I
That's
said this
the right
before.
answer.
148. There's one question in particular I've never seen in all my games. The shroud one for 500,000.
This is
So
getting
I've never
very,
seen that. I think
very
I
serious.
have answered
You
it
are
correctly, but
only
I messed up
two
with the next
correct
question
answers
after
away
that.
from winning
But it was
$1
I think
million.
basically
But if you
I
give
got
me
that
the
question
right
right,
answer
but I
here, you will
got
lose
top prize lost the next question. So
$218,000.
I have seen it before,
Have
but
a
just
look
never
at
caught
question
on
number
camera. I'm
14
hoping
and think
this
very
changes.
carefully about what you want to do.
Okay.
Which 2.08 metre Croatian knocked Leighton Hewitt out of Wimbledon 2003 in the first round? Stani Petrov, Ivo Karlovic, Janis Davidovic, Yuri Putin.
Ivo Karlovic. Yeah, this question, I think this is the most kind of $5 question I've had in this game. I'm not just because Alpha Star's taken out, so 1 in 19 odds now. I'm going for
You've played a brilliant game so far. And now
the
have
Queen Elizabeth one, which would be 10.
$500,000.
If that happens, I'm gonna say what I did the last time it popped up. So
Take as long as you need. Here comes the $1 million question.
okay.
The Australian Atomic Energy Commission was established in which year? 1953, 1946, 1949,
It'd be
1957.
1953 when it was established. And I know Primary Trial had this exact same question used as top prize lost one for Australian game. I'm hoping he actually goes and re-uploads that clip actually.
Instead,
So
you'll be walking away with $1 million. That's the right answer. Fantastic. What a tremendous game. All 15 questions answered correctly. Well done. You are a virtual millionaire.
yes, I'm now one way from this game being the first DVD game we get to 150 games actually. So yeah, this is not that easy. This is on one. This is 149. Second edition counterparts at 122, I believe. I said this many times for the games. I consider the Australian first edition game to be much easier than the British second edition game, which many posters would say it's the hardest game of the bunch of DVD games. I would say Pirate Edition is actually tougher than the UK second edition DVD game. But in terms of the toughest DVD games, I would probably say maybe I'll say probably yes, but I'd still say the UK Fan Picks Edition game is tough if you go adult. So that being said. Thanks for watching.